Greetings and welcome to this edition of
Positronic Hypersonic.
I'm Barry P. Cook, and I wanted to come and talk to you about the film The Creator. This trailer looked crazy awesome to me when I first saw it, and I meant to do a trailer reaction at the time, but there was so much going on that I didn't get around to it. But I did end up seeing the movie, and I wanted to do a recap and review for you. So the movie is set in the year 2055, at which point in time, artificial intelligence has been really perfected and is being used the world over in a very integrated way. There are robots or androids called simulants that have human faces and bodies, although their heads are also obviously robotic at the same time. And there are equally sophisticated robots that don't have human appearance that perform jobs like police officers and soldiers and things like that. And so AI is ubiquitous at this point in time. It's everywhere. It's like today times 1,000 in terms of how AI is integrated into society. And it's at this point that an AI created by the US government detonates a nuclear warhead over Los Angeles. In response, the US and its Western allies pledged to eradicate AI from the Earth in order to prevent humanity's extinction. The efforts of the US and its allies are resisted by New Asia, a country in Southeast Asia, whose people continue to embrace AI despite outcry from the West. The US military launches an extensive military campaign against AI, seeking to assassinate Nirmata, the mysterious chief architect behind New Asia's AI advancements. The USS Nomad, the North American Orbital Mobile Aerospace Defense, which is a mouthful, is developed as an advanced space station type thing capable of launching destructive attacks from like low orbit. This thing is a monster. It's like a flying city, really, and it just goes all over the world, just blowing the crap out of things. Anyway, 10 years after the Los Angeles detonation, Sergeant Joshua Taylor, the main character of the film, is working as an undercover operative in New Asia, where he's married to Maya, whom the US Army believes to be the daughter of Nirmata. After US forces attack Taylor's home, exposing his cover, a pregnant Maya is seemingly killed in the subsequent Nomad strike. 5 years after that, Taylor is working part-time as a ground zero cleanup crewman in LA. He's approached by a General Andrews and a Colonel Howell of the US Army who tell him and show him that Maya is alive, and they recruit him on a mission to destroy a new weapon that's been engineered by Nirmata, which he agrees to do because it's going to help him find and get back in touch with Maya, whom he had believed dead and which he was devastated by. In New Asia, Taylor discovers that the weapon is actually a very unique simulant girl AI with the ability to remotely control technology, whose skills, unlike those of all other simulants, who are all constructed as adults and who don't grow or age, will grow as she grows. And from there, the movie tells a story of this man who's desperately trying to get back with his wife, while at the same time trying to appease the military so that they'll help him do that and also live up to his own beliefs, which are that AI is dangerous, juxtaposed with what becomes a mission by him to actually protect the simulant girl because she seems to know where Maya is, which puts him, like I said, in that position where he's got opposing interests. And it's about the journey that he and the simulant take. And of course, along the way, you get to see this AI as it exists in the world and learns about the world, and it happens to do that very much like an actual child. And there's a twist at the end that I don't want to give away that makes it even more complicated right before the end. So, it's one of those movies that will make you think, especially given where we are in the world now with the, growing power of AI and humanity's seeming single-minded mission, it seems, to just keep developing AI, which, I'm a technology guy in terms of the fact that I like technology. I like, like my Alexa device and my Siri on my phone, and I like smart technology. But at the same time, I think we could get away from ourselves with that stuff. And I worry about it. And, I just keep hearing in my head, Jeff Goldblum's line from Jurassic Park when it comes to this kind of thing.
Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
So, I think that's a worthwhile thing to be pondering, whether or not we should really be doing this, this crazy development of smarter and smarter AI. So it's very relevant today. It's very prescient in that way. So it makes for a good story. The other aspect of it is, an aspect that we've seen before throughout sci-fi, if not elsewhere. And that is, how do we treat, artificial life once we have it? How should we treat artificial life or artificial intelligence once we have it? We've seen that explored, in Star Trek. We have seen, droids treated differently by different people in Star Wars. Some bars won't serve them, for example. And, others treat them like family and dear friends. iRobot poses some of these same questions. And of course, that movie was based on a story by Isaac Asimov, who long predates the other things I've been mentioning. So this is a topic that's been in the zeitgeist, as it were, the pop culture zeitgeist anyway, the literary zeitgeist for a long time. So that's kind of a 50-50 thing, right? Because it's good to get new takes on the different schools of thought regarding that issue or those issues. But at the same time, it's nothing new and we've seen it before. So when you're evaluating a film, you have to think about, okay, did this break any ground? Did it do anything amazing? Because like I said at the beginning, the trailer certainly made it look like this was going to be an amazing, amazing movie. And it really wasn't. It was good. I enjoyed watching it. It brought up some great stuff that makes you think about different topics that I think are worth thinking about, but it wasn't anything special in terms of the story. Visually, it's a masterpiece. Visually, it's fantastic. It's just, the way the robots and the simulants look in this movie, they look real. The set pieces are crazy and just jaw-droppingly impressive visually. The cinematography, just in general is great. So it's a very enjoyable experience for the eyeballs. That's for sure. But another drawback is that it didn't feature nearly enough Ken Watanabe. Ken Watanabe is one of my favorite actors ever, and he should have been in this movie way more. He just wasn't, and that's a giant shame because he's fantastic. The little actor who played the kid was good, so that was excellent. But story-wise, it didn't blow me away. I don't find anything wrong with it. I couldn't pinpoint any particular drawbacks to the story, other than, on the one hand, it's kind of rehash, right? But at the same time, it didn't wow me. It's not, a 5 out of 5 mind-blowing film. So if you like sci-fi with big set pieces and really cool visuals, and you're a fan of stories about how humanity treats or regards technology and other forms of life that aren't human, which today really would only be like animals, but how we might treat artificial intelligence in the future, and you like examining that idea, it's worth seeing. And as I said, I enjoyed it, but it didn't blow me away, and I'm kind of disappointed because from the trailer it looked like it was going to be a mind-blowingly awesome movie, and it really wasn't. It's just a good movie. It's like a 3 out of 5. That's what I would give it. But when it comes on the cable or the Netflix or the Hulu or whatever, you should definitely check it out. I wouldn't run right out and see it. I would save my money for something else like Exorcist Believer, which I'm chomping at the bit to see, and which I will be doing a recap and review of once I see it. But anyway, for now, I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back with another video soon. Until I return, I wish you peace and long life.